Hello everyone, Sriram Kumar here. I have Parag in front of me. You would have seen him before as well somewhere. Huh? If you've seen him, either should be PMI-ACP or PMP. Of course, recently he cleared PMP. He's also a PMI-ACP certification holder. So he holds 2 certificates. I'm a rock star. So 2021 is a good year for him, hitting back-to-back certifications. Certification hitting back-to-back is not just adding papers. It's all about adding knowledge, adding self-confidence. That's what I'm seeing with him. First, congratulations, Parag, for this wonderful achievement.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Sriram. And thank you and ShriLearning team for making this happen. And it happened due to all the efforts taken by you and ShriLearning team and Rahul. Because you have provided a lot of guidance due to which I was able to clear it within a short period of time.
Great, great. It's so formal thanking. Appreciate it. Okay, but we know what effort you put, how much you have to work without sleeping. Okay, let's go to the certificate. We'll see that and come back. Then you'll understand your background. Here it is, 27th of October, he cracked. I believe he decided before Diwali, I should be free. Is it so?
Yes, yeah, I was having that target in my mind. Every 2 months, like 30th August, I have completed ACP. And then I was having the target before 31st October, I need to complete PMP.
Pretty good. Clear goal setting and clear things are happening. Okay, how we are able to achieve these goals? Because there are people trying it, but not happening. So which domain you come from? What is your background?
Yeah, so basically I am from information technology only. So I have the IT things and I am working as a project manager. I have a team of 20 team members. So I have the knowledge actually how to manage the people from the leadership point of view. If you see the PMI talent triangle, so we talk about the leadership. So those things I know because the team is there. And then we talk about the technical project management. So that things also I know. And then strategic and business management. So those things I have the idea actually. But when we go for the PMP, we get a lot of additional things which we might not have known. So maybe I think 10% or 20% only the things we are using. If you go for PMP certificate, you will come to know a lot of things actually, and then you can relate to your real life experience, what are the things happen, and then you may come to know like, okay, what are the mistakes you have done and how to correct it.
Makes sense. Makes sense. That's impressive. I can see that you are having a big team, and the information technology is not easy. We know that it has a tight schedule of deliverables. Still, you're able to make it. Fantastic. So I believe you made a very decent approach in the sense, first you cracked PMI-ACP, made yourself agile, pretty stronger, and then you came to PMP. So in PMP, you found nearly 50% of agility was there.
Correct.
And I believe that eased your path. Is it so?
Yeah, that is true. Because if you go for the PMP, like for the agile, we know the basics, but we don't know in depth, right? And when I started PMP, then I thought, okay, PMP is the next step. But if I go for the ACP, then that will be easier one, right? Because ACP means agile, I will come to know 100%, and then the same questions will be there. So when ACP is completed, then I can say like 50% of the PMP is done. And when I have attended the exam for ACP, I can see like all the questions, the difficulty level was very high. But we need to follow some of the things. Due to that, what will happen is even though you will feel that the questions are difficult, still your mind will think the right way and it will give the right answer. That I have observed.
Okay. Okay, that's
but
a good.
That will happen with some of the practice. We need to do some of the things. We need to keep the things in mind. When we should have the writing practice, we should have the concepts clear. If all those things are there, then even though the questions are difficult, still your mind will think at the correct direction. And you should think towards target only. Means whatever the question is there, what that question is asking, you should think about that one only. If you are thinking in here and there, then it is difficult to make a choice between 4 options, right?
That's right. Got it.
Those things are there.
Got it. Got it. That's interesting approach you made it. Because there are some people start with ACP, go to PMP. There are some people with the PMP, then go to ACP, right? But there is no specific order. But the way you're telling makes some sense. You get a half a knowledge of PMP already before you come there.
Correct. And then when I went for the PMP exam, I was seeing like, oh, agile questions all were like, oh, I know this. simply clicking the options.
God, man. So you know the neck of cracking PMP now.
Yes, because 50% is agile, right? So I have seen like between simple to medium, that was the range.
Whereas when you do ACP exam, did you find agile was little higher?
Yeah, it
Staggered?
was quite higher. It was
Ah,
quite higher, and whatever the level of the question asking, right? Like the grammar and those things, like PMI questions, it will be simple one. Simple one means it will be 2 lines only, 1 line, 2 line, 3 line maximum, not more than that. But in these 2-3 lines only, they will try to explain everything. It will
true,
not,
true.
they will not explain everything. Whole scenario, now you tell what you will do, right? It is not like that. They will give you 1 line, 2 line, and you need to think.
So now tell me something, Parag, like this. If they bring the agile questions from ACP, the good standard one, put into PMP, do you think PMP will get tougher?
Yeah, definitely. It will get tougher. Because whatever the agile question level which is there in the PMP, it is simple one, simple to medium. But ACP is the tougher one because it is in depth, right?
Okay.
So,
I was telling to people next year something PMI will do. they'll bring some masala from there, put it here.
then PMP will become tougher.
Tougher.
PMP will become tougher. For me, it was, I can see like it was easier one because ACP I completed already. So I can see like 50% of the questions I was knowing actually in the depth. And then whatever the questions which were asked in the PMP, it was of the normal range then for me. But for other people, it may be difficult.
Right. There are people from different non-agile or non-information technology industry people. For them, agile is first time they're hearing it. So it'll be tougher. I don't think PMI will change the exam thing so early because there are people from different domain coming in nowadays. Right. That's how it is. Very good. So what is the reading pattern or how do you prepare for this PMP?
Yeah, so for the PMP, what I did is actually I followed whatever the advice you have given from time to time. So because I know like under your guidance, so many candidates, more than I think 300, 400 people have passed, right? So you know the best thing. If I want to go here and there, I will be wasting time only. So whatever the approach you have told, right? Because we are giving the practice exams on Saturday, Sunday, 1 hour each. So after that, we are having the questions and answer session, right? So there are so many people preparing. So you are guiding them, right? You are telling, okay, now take 1 week leave before the exam. Means when you are preparing and reading, take 1 week and try to read the things. And then before exam, you take 1 week leave. Like that, the same pattern I followed. And then I tried to read the Rita, maybe 1 hour daily or something. But sometimes it was not possible. Most of Monday to Friday, it is very difficult. So Saturday, Sunday, then I tried to read 2 hours, 3 hours or something like that.
Okay.
And then I completed Rita fully.
Very good.
Once Rita is done, then I went with the practice exam. But reading pattern like 1 hour daily, maybe we can think that way.
That's decent. That's decent. Anyway, you don't need to read the Agile book again because you already read it fully. May not need again. So you would have read only Rita book, sufficient for you. Then start taking the exams. Okay, that's good. Great. So close to the exam, last 1 week of exam, what kind of push you have to give for yourself?
Yeah. So first thing is like confidence level. So I can see like my confidence level. I can see like I don't need any push. So if my confidence. People will like feel, oh, now my exam is there tomorrow. So people will be little difficult for them, right, to understand. But for nervousness will come. But for me, I think, okay, that is fine. Exam is there. I will pass it. That I know. Because if you think about exam, what is going to happen, what is going to happen, you will make the wrong choices. That is what it will happen. And that I learned from the practice exam when I have taken the mock exam. But before first 1 week before the exam, I have taken 1 week full leave.
Okay, that's good.
I have taken. And then what happens is I planned I will take it on 24th, that I told you. But what happens is personal things here and there, it happens. And then I lost 1 or 2 days here and there, 2-3 days I lost. Then I thought, okay, instead of 24, let us go to 25th, then 26th. And then finally, okay, I thought, okay, let us go to the 27th. I booked the exam 2 days before. And online one, I can see like you can get the appointment easily. All the appointments are available. 2 days before also you can make a choice. Right. I have made it for 27th, and mock exams only I have given in those 4 days. So 1 week before, one full mock I have given ShriLearning, and then as per your advice, I have taken the study hall full mock, And then again, I have taken ShriLearning, again study hall, and then ShriLearning. And then I have shared the scores with you, right? So you told like, yes, scores are good. So I was also feeling confident. Yes. Yeah, initially, I was thinking like study hall questions and all. Initially, some 15 practice exams are there with 15 questions each, right? So for my eye given, I have seen, oh, difficulty level is more. Then as I went ahead with 6, 7, 8, and 9, then I thought, okay, it is good one. And I stabilized there basically. So I was able to take it up. And then when I have taken the first this study hall mock, I got 73. So I thought, okay, I am in decent shape. And then I have told you all the scores, right? So you told, yes, you are ready to go.
73 in study hall and all is super good go, because people are in the border of 55, 60, 63. So 73 means it's a peak. You know, someone is really good in the subject, right? That's a message there. Super good that you did. So when you do all this stuff, how much your family is backing you? Because you did the ACP, PMP, they'll be looking at you. What this guy is doing there? Huh? All the time inside the room.
Yeah, correct. So family support is important. So family has supported me Saturday, Sunday. So I was trying to read the things. Okay. And then I tried to finish, but they supported a lot. And during the exam day and mock exams also, I told them like, my exam is there now, so don't disturb me for 4 hours and those things.
So now you may not have any other excuse now. You have to be with your family. You have to take them for shopping.
Correct. Yeah, that started. That started already.
Okay. I heard that it's a Proctor exam for you. And was it smooth login, all the stuff?
Yeah, so when I have given the PMI-ACP, that time it was quite smooth, means there was no manual intervention. But this time what happened is for the internet, I was thinking what to do. So internet, it was disconnecting. So I have the broadband, and then as a backup, I have created like a Geo router also. And that router I have kept it switched on. And when I shared the photos, Proctor asked me, okay, can you show what is there on the table?
Oh.
So I think she got doubtful because that router was there, so lights will be blinking, correct? So and then she told okay, but again she told okay, can you show it to me again? Then again I have showed it to her, the close view, like this is what the router is there. Then she was asking what is the other thing. Then I told okay, this is the router, this is the power, and all those things I told very clearly. So she has seen carefully, and then she has started.
They're worried you have some robotic device there, and the device keep on giving answers.
Maybe because for ACP exam, that thing was, I have not kept it that, because for the internet router guy, means the internet company, I called one day before. I told him like, yes, my exam is there, so make sure that the internet is not going off during that time. And during during PMP exam also I did the same thing, but exam will start at 8:30, and that time itself when I started, internet was down. I have made the alternate arrangement, but somehow before start of 10-15 minutes of the exam, internet started. But the device was there on the table, right? So that created a suspicion that what is that? So,
yeah, they'll be very cautious. That too, more than PMI-ACP, PMP, there'll be a lot of vigilance, a lot of malpractice happening there. So they're trying to watch out that. Okay, good job you did. As you said, the exam was easy for you because of agile knowledge and other knowledge. I believe you may not have a time constraint. You would have moved smoother.
Yes, time constraint was not there. So when first break happened, I completed the questions within 80 minutes. And then I thought like it is 10 minutes only. But when I returned back to start the exam, it was 14 minutes already.
I think you went to have a coffee, watch IPL score and come back. Okay.
And then I thought, oh, 4 minutes, what will happen now? But then within next 2-3 questions, then I started the things. So it was smooth only, smooth one.
Maybe in our classes, online classes, we have a habit of 15 minutes break. I think we are used with that 15 minutes break mindset.
So I have taken 4 minutes. And when I was about to end the exam, so 9 minutes were there, 8 to 9 minutes were there.
Okay, nice.
So this 9 minutes plus this 4 minutes. So the 12-13 minutes before I was able to complete.
Right. Any tools you used, like marking the questions or striking out the wrong answers? Did you use any tools in the exam hall?
No, I have not used any one of this, but tools are there. I tried it, but somehow it did not work. I tried once or twice, but it did not work. I thought, okay, leave it. But I was pretty sure, like, what will be the out of 4, what will be the 2 options. So I was looking at these 2 options only, then select it.
Okay, got it. Super, great, Parag. It's really a worth input. The way you're telling it looks easy, specifically if you know a little bit on the agile side. Also read the management. Also, you said in the beginning, already you are into talent triangle. You have a team, you have a business, you have knowledge. So all accumulated, the exam looks better for you, right? It's not just like that. And now tell me some tips for the people preparing for exam.
Yeah, so tips for preparing the exam is like, first thing is concept should be clear. So if you see the predictive and adaptive, I can see like agile is quite simpler. Agile is quite simpler as compared to the predictive, because in the predictive, we can see a lot of things are there, scope, schedule, cost, and we need to check each and everything. But in agile, it is like once we know the concepts, you can easily clear. So first thing is like the concept should be clear. So when you are reading the Rita book, concept should be clear. And then for the agile practice guide, I have read the agile practice guide twice. And then before going for the exam 2 days before, then you told, okay, can you go through chapter 3rd and 4th once? Then I went ahead with those chapters. I have read it simply. So 2 hours I completed that book then 2 days before the exam. So concepts is very important, because the exams test your concept. It is not like what is this called or what is that called. So that is also important, because if you don't know that, then how you will speak with the people, your team, right? So you should know what is the terminology. That is important. But from the exam point of view, concept should be clear. If the concepts are clear, then they can ask the questions from any side, right? They can give any scenario, you should be able to answer.
Right.
So no one can simulate the PMP questions, right? So concept should be clear. That is first thing. And second thing is like whatever the timings you are deciding for the final exam, right? Like morning timings or afternoon or evening. During the same timings, you try to take the mock exam. So that your body cycle will adjust. Because it is not easy to sit for 4 hours. That is... taking exam is okay, but sitting for 4 hours and concentrating on the 180 questions, it is really difficult basically. So you need to practice for that. So when you will take the 5 mock exams, you will practice for that, and you should go in the same direction. Give the same timing. Like I have decided, okay, 9 to 1 I will take the exam. So mock also I try to give during the same time, maybe 1 hour here and there, but try to follow the same timing so that your body will match, your body cycle will match accordingly. That is one thing. And third thing is like whatever the advice you are giving, right? Like as I told earlier, okay, 5 mock exams, then read Rita once. Then what are the things we need to do at what period of time, right? We need to follow that. So I can see like some of the people, they are saying, okay, can we go with Prepcast? Can we go with this? So I think that is not needed actually, because it is you don't try to do the R&D on your side, because if you try to do that, whatever the path to success, right, path to pass the PMP exam, that will be more. It will not be reduced, because you are trying to do something extra here and there, but you don't know whether that will be successful or not. Correct? So what I did is whatever the path you told, right? Okay, go with this path only, because it is the tested methodology. People are passing with the same tested methodology, right? When we know how to pass and how to go towards the success, why to go here and there, right?
Okay, that's a good point. But again, there are people love to do R&D. Like in Agile books, we read Shuhari, right? You remember the Shuhari, Japanese?
Correct.
Right? Some people do re immediately. I'll tell you, go for Shu first, then go re. Anyway, see, only when somebody tries, fall down or give some advice, that will help us for our regular path. So you can tell once, if they go, let's go. Then come back and they'll tell there's a long path. I passed, but a very long path. Okay.
Correct. And when those people will share the success story, what will happen is other people will think, oh, that is difficult.
Yeah.
We need to motivate others, right? We need to tell other people what is the shortest path and which is successful.
Shortest path. Yeah, that's right. Shortest path is important now.
Shortest path is important.
That we are tied up with the corporate life and family life. I don't know how much of time we can take out of it and sit and read. Right? It's pretty hard. So too many books reading, too many practice. Rather go straight forward what we have. Super. I really like that. First, thanks a lot for coming up and giving this valuable inputs. I believe your 2021 goals are achieved. And 2022 would already written now. What all I have to do?
Correct. Yes.
List of
Something is there in my mind.
Yeah, I can sense it. This is a kind of addiction. Once it happens, you won't stop.
Correct. Yeah, that is addiction only because ACP I completed. Okay, I thought, okay, let me go for the PMP. Now PMP is done. So I am relieved now, but then I'm thinking, what next? That question is coming in the mind.
I think until your family don't chase you out, you're fine. This guy always putting the money and certificate and always inside the room. Okay, cool. Super. Thanks, Parag. And as I say always, apply what you learned. But what I heard you is already you're doing it. It's most of the thing. But again, at the same time, best practices, whatever you learned, don't put everything on the first day. People run away. We have to go step by step and make them realize there is some value in a systemized way of doing things. So that's a very important part, right? Good. Any last minute note from you?
Yeah, so last minute thing is like I was talking about ACP exam and your subconscious mind will work, right? So how that will happen? It will not happen automatically, right? So what I can say, like a writing habit should be there. So you should write 12 agile principles and 4 values daily. If not daily, then try to write alternate day. So what will happen is when you are writing, your mind will capture that, your subconscious mind will capture that. Even though when you are attending the questions, you may not remember it, but your subconscious mind will get those things and will be able to answer the questions correctly. Because I told you, right, what is the exam level difficulty? It was simple to moderate. So why I am able to say that it is simple, correct? Simple to moderate. I am not saying it is complicated. I'm not saying it is complex, right? The reason is the writing thing. So you should try to write. That is one thing. And apart from that, if some of the models or some of the principles, if you are not able to remember, then you need to write it so that your mind will capture it, right? Here, nothing like remembering. It is like understanding the things, right? So when you will write, you will understand better.
Makes valuable point. I know it's a valuable point because writing habit is very important. I really appreciate that you keep doing continuously from the day one you started with ACP. Super, great. And viewers, give your likes and comments to Parag here. And he's very consistent, disciplined way of preparation. We used to have ACP class in the morning 7:30. He'll be sharp there. Evening we had PMP sharp. He'll be there. I think that sort of discipline and writing habits, this adds a lot value when you do this kind of examination. Of course, some people can do a hackathon and also clear the exam. But still, when you do systematic, you feel comfortable. Now you can see he's telling, I have another plan because you understood how to do things, right? The moment you understood, you feel, let's do more, right? So that's a point. Super. Great, Parag. Keep rocking. All the best. And I would like to see growing higher and higher.
Yeah, thanks a lot, sir. Thank you.